So we have come downstairs at Wisseloord.
I don't think any of us.
We're
can
in
pronounce
Holland, and Paul is going to sort of chat about what your role is at the camp.
So, my role in the camp is on this camp is more on a technical level. So, if there's anyone that's got any problems with any equipment, any of the studios, people need stuff, I'm helping out doing that. Also, I'm really busy at the moment with mixing, so I've got other mixing jobs to do, which luckily I'm allowed to do while I'm here, which is fantastic.
Great stuff. But this is a fantastic little room.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We'll do a few gear porn shots in here as well, because there's some really rare stuff. This place just seems to be. We walked through what can only just describe as a storage area, and I'm going to film it even if they won't let us, because there's everything. There was 2 Leslies just stuck in a room. So, 2 Leslies, a set of Timps. Every possible guitar cabinet you've ever imagined. This place is an absolute musician stroke studio rat's dream.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, and I think later on we're going to see the mic locker, so it's going to be quite exciting.
But it was built for Philips?
Apparently it was Philips. Philips built it for their record company, I think in the 70s. And then it's been taken over independently. But I think it's probably the biggest and the most successful studio in Holland. I mean, loads of top acts have recorded here. The Police recorded albums here, and
we'll get some pictures of the gold discs and the album covers and things like that. But even you guys appear on the wall.
Yeah. So there was a very successful band in Belgium and Holland, and I think Germany as well, called Clouseau. And even though us British wouldn't have heard of them, they're huge in this area. And yes, they did one of their albums here, and it's sitting as a gold disc on the wall, which is quite nice to come and see when you walk through the door.
I think one of the nice things about this place is that there's loads of space. There's loads of breakout space. You've got the big studios and you've got the kind of writing spaces, but you've also got little snugs and corner rooms and stuff where people are just head in laptops writing lyrics, or they've got headphones on with kind of recording apps on their phones, getting lyrics down. It is a hive of activity, and to have put this together and to have the company that's put this together is a real credit.
Yeah, and Wisseloord, they've done us a good, really great service here. They're great guys. They've really looked after us while we've been here as well. And it's, anything we need, obviously, they're a professional studio, but they've been looking after us really well, which is great.
So, can you tell us a little bit what's sitting on that there Pro Tool session over there? Anyone we've heard of or not heard of in a while? Or
Marcella Detroit, who's was in Shakespeare's Sister. Also,
now was she the one with the high voice, or the one with the low voice?
She was the singer, the one that could sing, the great singer. She's awesome. Yeah, no, she's got the high voice. Yeah, she's awesome. She also wrote, loads of songs, but "Lay Down Sally" for Eric Clapton.
Wow.
Yeah, she wrote that. I mean, she's been Clapton's band, so I mean, she's it's great stories from Marcella, but she's trusted me crazily with mixing her album. I did her last single actually, which was which she had a bit of success with in the US and stuff. So yeah, she did really well. So she's trusted me with. I've done some production on it as well, but this. Some of it's mixing, and producing.
So not trying to get too much out of you, but are you mixing in the box? Are you mixing out the box? Are you hybrid mixing?
Hybrid mixing. At home, I mix very much hybrid. I've got a load of outboard compressors and stuff and EQs that I run through.
Just to get geeky, what are you using?
I've got Focusrite Red 3, some Dave Smith, Crane Song stuff.
Nice.
Load of that. Oh wow, got loads of stuff. I got some little boutique things by Wes Audio, which is a excuse me, little boutique company who make an amazing 1176. It's really really great.
And you're running HDX or host based or?
Yeah, HDX. It's Yes, HDX. I've got a HDX card and a HDIO and an Omni. That I just use the Omni just as a monitor controller, really,
Right.
which I'm hoping to upgrade soon.
Any, obviously, you're using all the normal stuff. Any particular plugins you're relying on fairly heavily at the minute, or?
Every channel, Fab Filter, Pro Q, which seems to be pretty much.
You go,
Yeah.
I'm nodding in. Not that I need to approve, but I'm definitely nodding.
Yeah, everyone seems to be using that at the moment, which is great. Let me have a think. Yes, my favourite plug-in compressor, which is the Waves CLA LA2A. It's just, I love that on vocals and stuff like that. So if I'm not using one of my Crane Song compressors, if I'm in another studio, that would always be my first choice.
So how do you? Obviously, you're working here. You've got a studio at home. What comes with you? When you travel? Is it, obviously, you've got a hard drive with the session on. Have you then got all your installers on the drive, so you know for where you can turn up and you can whack your iLock in and you've got all your installers ready to go? Or would you send ahead a list of things you need to be installed, or are you just self-contained in as much as you're ready to go and just within half an hour you can be up and running?
Yeah, I mean, the worst comes to worst, and I had to mix in the box. I would, sometimes you just got a laptop and a sound card, and that's, and your iLock, and that's it. But yeah, sometimes you can phone through and say, I need this and this. But luckily, when I got here, the guy's got an HD3, I think, on here, and he's running Pro Tools 10. But you go through and you find, okay, yep, I've got that plate, I can use that, I've got that. So you know that when you get home and if there's a recall, you know you've got everything.
Right. So with the camp, obviously there's loads of music being produced every day.
Yeah.
Loads of stuff coming out, all at a really high quality. Are you involved in any of the mixing of that? Are you there to kind of oversee, instruct, if you like, on the mix, or is it purely a kind of if there's a problem, you'll step in and help?
I think if anyone needs any help, I would step in. But all of the guys we've got, all the producers are really great guys, and you listen to their stuff and you go, wow. So yeah, a lot of the time. There has been a couple of times, but I think most of the time you're dealing with really high end guys, especially the EDM. The EDM stuff that comes out is awesome.
So with my I hate dance music hat on, because obviously not many real drums in dance music. Although I always think, but it's all pre-produced before it gets there anyway. But I know that's not the case. There's an awful lot of work goes into getting those kick drums quite so fat and fruity. And
it's they seem to be expert at it, and even I think the guys that wouldn't consider themselves mixers, they just know how to get the bottom end right. That's their strong. The dance guys, that's their strength for me.
So obviously you're the newbie on the PTE team, and you find you're happiest with Pro Tools. It's your lifeblood, or are you a closet Logic guy or Studio One or?
Well, I came from Studio. No, that's a lie. I initially started. My first DAW was, I think, probably Cubase, as probably a lot of us were.
Most of us were, yeah.
And then went on to Logic, but I was on a PC then. We're talking years ago. And then Logic got bought out by Apple, and I think I was on PC. And then you had to go to Mac, which I think was my first step onto buying a Mac. And once you go Mac, you don't really go back. So then moved on to Pro Tools in the record company that we were talking about earlier. They had a big Pro Tools room where I got in hands on my Pro Tools. And when we moved out of that, I guess Logic and Studio One, went to Studio One, which I loved for a long time. And then as the more professional mixing side of things took on, you always tend to get the files in Pro Tools files, especially from America. So yeah, I moved over to an HDX system, which I'm very happy with.
And you're on 11 at home?
Yeah.
No plans to move to 12?
No, no. But that's a funny thing. I think Avid haven't been right about the whole emailing and the informing to producers. people don't know what's going on, and I don't even mean from a, but you know, like you hear about Pro Tools 12 is coming out, but I don't think producers know anything about or even care anything about Pro Tools 12 at the moment until something comes out that's groundbreaking. We're gonna, oh yeah, that's so much better than that does that or that does that. Yeah, you know, now we're gonna upgrade. I think majority of guys that are doing it full time aren't bothering at the moment.
I think it's fair to say there are still guys out there on 7.4 and
Absolutely,
8
and doing amazing stuff.
Yeah, and to be honest, they could be using an Atari with Notator on, and it would still sound great because that's these.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the buttons they're pushing or how they're doing it.
Absolutely.
But it's interesting that that we on the site we always say, look, if we don't know, we'll try and find out, and we've tried to find out. So let's not go down that route of potential bashing because it's no point.
Absolutely no.
But
we all want it to be. We all want it to be, to be fantastic. That's we're all looking for that.
Exactly. We're after the next thing. We want to be blown away.
Yeah.
Some more.
Absolutely.
And personally, I don't see myself changing anytime soon. I don't see myself. I'm not going to jump ship because it's what I do. It's what most of my clients do. Secretly, I think they probably don't care what I'm doing it on. I say it could be on a 1974 tape machine for all it matters.
Yeah.
If you can get tape anymore.
I think they've got some here.
I did have to. Yeah, they've got tape machines. That wasn't just a washing machine we passed. That was.
Oh, I thought it was.
Paul, we're going to have a bit more of a look around the studio and find some more amazing stuff to take pictures of and look at and just ogle over. But for now,
cheers,
buddy.
James. Nice one.